What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. I'm your host, as always, Renee, the Red Ranger Varial, all the other R's you're supposed to call me. I don't know anymore. I'm still hosting by myself. Look, I'm trying to get these things done quick. I got school. I ain't got time to bother people. And also, I don't like how people run my show without me here. So if I got to do it by myself, I'm going to do it by myself, and I'm completely okay with that. We got an exciting match for y'all here today. We have another debut match for both of our competitors here. This is Adelaide Spence versus Andrea Malabag. Now, for these two competitors, it's very interesting. Adelaide said screw it, and they wanted to test because they're doing a lot of stuff over there in Open Night Trivia, helping out with Geek a lot. So they're like, you know what, I'm going to test Geek just to see how I would do, and they made it in, and they're a little bit in shock by it, but we'll hear more about that later. And Andrea has tried to test before. She didn't make it in last year, but she did make it in this year. Massive improvement, I can say. I'm not going to go into exactly, but I can just say massive improvement. So I'm very excited to see what both of these competitors can do in a regular match. So we're going to go ahead and talk to them real quick. We will first speak with Adelaide and their representation, Alex, today. Adelaide, welcome to Full Metal Geek in a competitor process, because I think you helped me co-host these one time, I think.
Oh, I was like, I've also managed like David and Albert a bunch when they crushed that tournament last season. So
yeah, but neither of them are champ, right?
Yikes.
Yeah, that's
wow.
You
want to start a fight, RJ? We can't.
No, I mean, if you're going to try to talk smack in my league, I'm going to remind you where your competitors actually stand. But no, Adelaide, it honestly is. I always have a great time with you over there at Open Trivia. So it's good to be on the opposite side, hosting you as the competitor. This is going to be fun. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling not great. I haven't played a Geek match in over a year since I played David at MTFO, where I then moved and turned into a semi-nicer person. And since then, I haven't really touched like competitive, like ranked Geek. So this is a whole can of worms, and I don't know what I'm walking into. I haven't played well in GCCs. I'm in fandom, which is half Geek, and I'm half of a good competitor, so I have no expectations today.
Alex, first time seeing you here. I know for a fact you have co-hosted with me, but now you're sitting in the manager's chair.
Yeah, and it's a place that I've sat unofficially before. I've helped prepare several Geek players, not the least of which is some of David Garcia, Joe Fairley, which is going to make a debut here soon. I've done this before. You just haven't seen me on screen because, well, they don't pay me enough. And the truth is, I'm a talent scout. That's what I do for opening night trivia. I have to keep my eye on rising talents. I've had my eye on Andrea for a very long time. I think she has made a lot of improvements. Enough improvements? Well, we'll see. But I think Adelaide has also made those requisite improvements. A lot of times when we're testing those opening night documents, Adelaide's right there with me, scoring points and doing fairly well for themselves. So they're a little down on themselves, and I really don't see why. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it one question at a time. Just do a little bit, do a little bit, do a little bit. And then at the end, hopefully, we have our hands raised.
All right. Well, good luck to you both. We'll see Adelaide back in just a bit as we speak with their opponent today. That is Andrea and her representation. That's my buddy, Humber Chambliss. Andrea, to you as well. Welcome to Full Metal Geek. Like I said, I know you tried to test in last season. Didn't do too well, but like I said, massive improvement. You made it this time. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great actually making it this time around. I really studied to make it in. So let's see what I can do in this match. I've been studying with my manager a lot before this match, so let's see what's gonna happen.
Hunter, how you feeling? You think she's ready?
Oh, I know she's ready. I've sent her all my notes. We've did mock matches. We've really put our time and effort into this. She's ready to show why she's the assassin, and tonight we knock another one off of the list.
All right, good stuff. I forget people do character names still. I ignore all that in this league. It's all about the actual trivia. So let's go ahead and get that started. We're going to bring Adelaide back in. I'm going to put myself down here, and we are going to get started with round number one. Round number one works like this, y'all. You each get 10 questions from throughout the world of Geek. Each question is worth 1 point. You have 15 seconds to write down your answer. Once time is up, you will reveal your answer and vocalize it. If either or both of you go perfect in this round, there is a bonus question available. Keep in mind, for the entire match, you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge available to y'all. With that being said, Adelaide, are you ready?
Sure.
Andrea, are you ready? All right, we go ahead. Round number one, question number one. This is going to come in the category of Star Wars. Your question. At the start of Rise of Skywalker, the Resistance gets a message from a spy within the First Order. What is that message?
Oh, shit.
And just for record, this is not a quotes question, so I do not need the exact quote. I just need to know what the message was about. Although, I mean, if you know it, yeah, you're almost quoting it to be 100% honest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go to Adelaide.
Palpatine has returned.
And Andrea.
The location of Palpatine?
Unfortunately, I can only take Adelaide's, is that Palpatine has returned. All right, so Adelaide going up by 1. As we get into your next question, this comes in the category of superhero movies. These are the movies that we just like to put in here because we think they're geeky enough. Your question. What is the power of Will's friend Zach in Sky High?
Greatest movie of all time.
It's a very underrated superpower movie, and that's why I'm glad that we kept it in and got to put it into this new category so it gets asked more about, because I enjoy it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, not to mention Bowling for Soup slaps in that cover. I'll out with you. And Andrea.
Was it fire?
And Adelaide.
Glows in the dark.
We will accept glows in the dark. We're just looking for he glows. That is correct.
I'm doing it. I'm glowing.
All right, your next question is going to come in the category of MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Who is the first person that Loki uses the scepter to mind control in the Avengers? If I had a mind control staff, I would get a job somewhere to get a paycheck, but actually never show up for work. I would just make them put me on the payroll and take that paycheck and do that.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I'm not going to tell you which company, because if I ever do get that power, I'm just going to, yeah, you know what? Never mind. It'd probably be Google. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm taking all those benefits. All right, pens down. We start with
Andrea. Andrea asked for a repeat, I think.
Okay.
I did ask for a repeat.
Yeah.
Okay, Adelaide is going to confirm it, so I will go ahead and give you that repeat. That is 1. Who is the first person that Loki uses the scepter to mind control in the Avengers? But yeah, I'd find someone with like really good benefits and like that I really don't have to show up for. So I'd get like some like crazy, like not like maybe like a marketing or like developing thing. Like, you know, they expect people to just be in the cubicle all day and all that. And then like still show up so I can like use like all their facility stuff. Like the nap pods, those things look cool. And 5.
Like the Emma Watson movie, The Circle.
3, 2, 1. Watch The Internship with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
No.
All right. We start with Adelaide.
Eric Selvig.
And Andrea.
I said Clint Barton.
Clint Barton is actually the correct answer. We're looking for Clint Barton.
Fair.
So Andrea getting on the board 2-1 as we get into question number 4. This is now in the category of Marvel outside of the MCU. What 2 X-Men are sent to find Nightcrawler in Boston in X2? We do need both. Usually when we ask for 1, I got to tell people, don't guess more than 1, because if you're wrong on 1, I'm counting your whole question wrong. But since you're new competitors, I'm taking this time to remind y'all for future reference. Always remember that. But this one, I do need both of them. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Andrea, pens down. And we start with you, Andrea.
I said Storm and Jean Grey.
All right, I
Like
do
my
see
pen-
it on
my
there.
pen
And
field.
Adelaide.
Wolverine and Jean Grey.
Andrea is correct. It was Storm and Jean Grey. Storm and Jean Grey. Tying up the game as we get into question number 5. Question number 5 is going to come in DC. DC outside of the world of DC or the DCEU, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to be one thing when the Flash movie comes out, apparently. What does Miss Treshmacher do to Superman before removing the kryptonite necklace in Superman, the movie, 1978? That movie that I have not seen and probably will never see because I'm not going to rent it. It's nowhere free, and I just don't care.
I thought it was on HBO.
I don't know, but once again, I don't care. I know HBO finally got Dark Knight Rises, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Adelaide.
Kiss him? I don't know.
And Andrea.
No answer.
Kiss him is actually the correct answer. She does kiss him. Adelaide
Sexist
taking back
70s.
the lead. All right, we move on to your next question. This comes in the category of the Wizarding World. What city does the majority of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them take place in? I enjoyed this movie. The sequel, not so much. Just because of choices they made in the story. It was like, what the hell at the end? Like, I was already not liking the movie, and then they hit me with that bombshell at the end, and I was like, dude, really?
Yeah,
Like, this was your, like, this is what we're going to do to get you guys back on track. No, just completely derailed the entire thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Andrea.
I said Paris.
And Adelaide.
New York.
New York is the correct answer. All right, we move on to the next question. This is question number 7. This is in the category of Worlds of DC. So now those movies that, once again, once Flash comes out, all goes away. What is the full name of Pedro Pascal's character in Wonder Woman 1984?
Oh, shit. That's...
And we will take either his given name or the name he goes by. Both are revealed in the film. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We go back to Adelaide.
Technically, he's the Wish Stone, so...
And Andrea.
No answer.
Looking for Max Lord or Maxwell
Lord.
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
All right, your next question. This is question number 8. Comes in the category of Middle Earth. In what forest does Thorin's company travel through when they encounter the spiders in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug? I remember when I was excited for these movies to come out. I was still in college. Well, the first time. I'm in college again. Well, acting school, but yeah.
It's the best of that trilogy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It honestly kind of is.
I am fire.
Let's be honest.
I am death.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Andrea.
Mirkwood Forest.
And Adelaide.
Mirkwood.
Both correct. All right. Your penultimate question is going to come in the category of comic book movies. These are movies that just do not fall under DC or Marvel. Simply, in what year was Bulletproof Monk released in?
Jesus.
I love this movie, and once again, we get to ask about it more because now it's in a separate category and not just all up in the mixed bag. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it because it is a jewel. I don't care what anyone says. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Adelaide.
No idea. 2003.
And Andrea.
I said 98.
One of you is correct. And it is Adelaide with 2003. And your final question, there will be no perfect rounds today, comes in the category of Star Trek. Who plays the let me try that again. I don't know why I screwed up on that. Who plays the Klingon Chancellor Gorkin in The Undiscovered Country? I have nothing to say about this category since I have nothing to say about this question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a category. And we go to Andrea.
Lucas Still.
And Adelaide.
Malcolm McDowell.
Both incorrect. We're looking for David Warner. David Warner. All right. After round number 1, we have a 3-point game in favor of Adelaide. It is 6-3 as we get into round number 2. Round number 2 will work like this. Each of these competitors will look at the wheel that we will present to y'all. That wheel has 10 slices on it, 8 categories, and hero and villain's pick. You'll each get a spin at the wheel. Whatever category you land on, you'll receive 5 questions, each worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can go to multiple choice. However, it takes the value of the question down to 1. Keep in mind, you are awarded a respin unless you land on villain's pick, and there is stealing available in this round. Now, Adelaide, you do have the lead. So we will bring in your manager and bring up the wheel for everyone. Once I reveal the wheel, you can decide whether you'd like to spin first or to 4. I said to 4, but you know what I meant. The categories for today are going to be superhero movies, DC, Star Wars, Middle-earth, Star Trek, Wizarding World, quotes, and graphic novel movies. So Adelaide, after hearing the wheel, would you like to spin first or defer to your opponent?
Second, right?
Yeah, I want to knock something off of this wheel real quick. Yeah.
Please. Yeah, let's go second.
All right. So you will be deferring. So we will say goodbye to Alex. Say hello to Hunter.
Hello.
And Andrea, this would be your spin.
All right, come on, something good, something good.
And it lands on DC. Would you like to keep the category or use your respin?
I mean, we studied DC,
We did, but
yeah, there are some categories in the wheel that I think I can do better in. So
definitely.
I'm spin again. Yeah.
All right.
All right, spinning again. Whatever it lands on this time, you will be answering from. It's going to be Star Trek.
All right. Multiple choice is an option. You got it. Take your time.
Gotcha.
And to both competitors, make sure you keep your hands visible at all times.
Mhm.
Andrea, are you ready?
Ready?
All right. Your first question, category of Star Trek. What Federation starship was Uhura initially assigned to before telling Spock to reassign her in Star Trek 09?
The USS Farragut.
That's correct for a quick 2 points. Coming within 1 of Adelaide. Your next question. In The Undiscovered Country, what is the name of the crew member who mangled feet who was briefly framed for the assassination?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, DeFalco, B, Burke, C, Samno, or D, Dax.
I think it was DeFalco.
Adelaide, a chance for a 1-point steal. Your options once again are A, DeFalco, B, Burke, C, Samno, or D, Dax.
D?
D as in dog?
Yes.
That is correct for the 1-point steal.
Shit, all right.
All right, Andrea, your third question. At the start of Star Trek Generations, the new Enterprise B was planning on looping around what planet before going back to Earth?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Jupiter, B, Baracula 4, C, Pluto, or D, Valerian 2.
I think it's Pluto.
That is correct for 1 point.
Are we allowed to challenge if Pluto's a planet?
Nope, because at the time
Okay.
of the movie, it was.
Fair. All right.
And in the future, who knows? Actually,
Yeah.
isn't it like a micro? I don't know. I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah,
It's a
I was just
planet
like,
movie. Anyway, your next question, Andrea, question number 4. What is the name of the Baku man who leads the village in Star Trek Insurrection?
I'll know it when I hear it. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Sojef, B, Tornell, C, Artem, or D, Perim, sorry.
Artem. C.
Adelaide, another chance at a 1 point steal. Your options once again are A, Sojef, B, Tornell, C, Artem, or D, Perim.
A.
A is correct for another 1 point steal. And Andrea, your final question, the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek Into Darkness, the Starfleet archive that is attacked is located in what city?
San Francisco.
Adelaide, a chance for a 2 point steal.
Sacramento.
Both incorrect. We were looking for London. London.
Right.
All right. So with that, Andrea got her score up to 6, but Adelaide with the steals is now up to 8. Big opportunity for Adelaide with their spin. So we bring back Alex, and we bring back up the wheel. That's the wrong wheel.
Mm.
And you know what? I did so much. I was doing so good for not bringing up the wrong wheels.
They're the
then I
exact
screwed up.
same with like the share screen thing. It's easy.
No, Tim Bercala taught me how to make sure that doesn't happen, and
Oh, I forgot to
I
help with that.
didn't read it right. All right, so Adelaide, your spin is away.
Mm.
And for you, it also lands on DC first. So would you like to take it, or will you also be spinning again?
There's better things. I think we can spin again. We
Yeah, I
have
think so as
leeway.
well. Yeah. Worst
Yeah.
case scenario, we land on Star Trek and we get to spin again. That'd be great.
Yeah. Whoosh.
All right. We are spinning again. And it is Hero's Pick. Do you need a reminder of the available categories, or do you know what you would like to take?
So, Alex, I think we should take Star Wars, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right. Star Wars it is.
Take your time. Multiple choice. You've got a lead. Let's build a little bit of separation. Don't go crazy. I swear to God, if you go crazy. Andrea, you've got the best eyebrows in the game. Best eyebrows in the game.
All right. Remember to remind to the competitors, keep hands visible. And Adelaide, are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
All right. Your first question in the category of Star Wars. In A New Hope, the original R2 droid that Uncle Owen bought malfunctions because Luke says it has a bad what?
Motivator.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. What designation does Wedge Antilles have during the Battle of the Second Death Star in Return of the Jedi?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice options are A, red leader, B, green leader, C, gray leader, or D, gold leader.
Red leader.
That's correct for 1 point. Your third question. On what planet does the final duel between Anakin and Obi-Wan take place on in Revenge of the Sith?
Mustafar.
That's correct for 2 points. Your next question. What is stored on the drive that Lor San Tekka gives to Poe in the opening scene of The Force Awakens?
Oh, how specific do you want it? The map to Luke Skywalker.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, so we do find ourselves in a very interesting situation right here. Adelaide does have one question left. Score is currently 15-6. If Adelaide can hit this for 2 points, they will win the match via KO. If they can hit it for at least one or misses completely, we will be going to round 3. So, Adelaide, are you ready?
Yes.
Your question. What branch of the Imperial military does Han join in Solo: A Star Wars Story?
Oh, that's a great fucking question. Infantry division.
Andrea, a chance for a 2-point steal. And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Intelligence Division.
That is also unfortunately incorrect. It was the Navy.
Okay.
They have a navy.
It's like there's
There.
no water there.
The Starfleet is considered the Navy.
That is
Ships.
so weird.
They're ships.
Okay.
It's the Navy. All right. So with that, it is 15-6. We do go still into round number 3. Round number 3 works like this. We have another wheel available for y'all. This wheel has 6 slices on it. Each category has 3 questions in it: a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, and a 5-pointer. You will each spin the wheel 3 times to get a question of that point value. If you get it correct, you will get those points. A category is eligible to be spun more than once as long as it is for a different point value. Keep in mind, there is one respin available to the competitors, but only one. If you respin on a 3, you cannot use it on the 5. We will stay with the competitor who is down until they take the lead over their opponent, by which this is the situation we are in. Andrea does. We are starting with Andrea, but Andrea cannot miss a question in round 3. If she misses any of her questions, Adelaide will win via TKO. So, Andrea, we will bring in your manager, and then I will bring up the round 3 wheel. And just to let everybody know, the round 3 wheel categories for today are Star Wars, graphic novel movies, Star Trek, comic book movies, MCU, and superhero movies. All right, so Andrea, this is going to be your 2-pointer spin. And it lands in graphic novel movies. Would you like to keep that or use your respin?
I will say this: it is a 2-pointer. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be
But I can't
basic,
miss anything.
But would you rather attempt this and spin something you don't like, and then not be able to use your spin again in the 3-pointer or 5-pointer? That's the question.
Yeah, this is tough. I think I'll just risk it and spin again. I
All
think
right.
that would be
All
the
right,
best.
spinning again. So it'll be Andrea's
All right.
1 respin. Spin is away. It's going to be the MCU, 2 points.
I believe in you. You got this.
All right. And Andrea, you still have 2 repeats available to you. All right, your first question. Category of MCU. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who shoots the fin off Yondu's head while on Behurt? You're muted, Andrea.
You got cut off. I wasn't able to
Okay.
hear the question if it was asked.
No problem. I'll give a technical repeat on that one. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, who shoots the fin off Yondu's head while on Behurt? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry,
Sylvester
time.
Stallone's
That's
character.
sorry, time.
Yep.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Adelaide Spence. We're looking for Nebula. Nebula was the correct answer.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead, talk to our competitors real quick. We will first talk to Andrea. Andrea, hey, hell of an effort. You never gave an inch. You know, you just had a little trouble in Star Trek, but you know, it happens. You know, especially this wheel. I'll admit, this wheel was not kind. There was a lot of fringe on there. There was 2 fringe
Yep.
categories and quotes. And the round 3 wheel,
Yep.
even more so. I can understand that. Graphic novels on the first one.
Yeah,
Yeah, most
definitely.
of us would probably respun that too.
Yeah.
Especially when, like you said, you were in a situation where you knew you couldn't miss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you weren't in that situation, would you have respun? I'm curious. Even just like you can miss the 2-pointer.
I think I would still have respun. It's something that I need to because it's such a broad category. Graphic
Yeah.
novels are such a broad category, and I was looking for something a little bit more specific. MCU is specific, but still there's like 22 movies in it. So
Yeah.
Well, blame your manager for that, because our graphic novels category only has 14 movies. So it's actually very specific.
but still it's
Blame
it's
Hunter.
still
Come on, Hunter.
I'm not gonna do that. He's been awesome. We've been studying. We haven't. I think we'll focus on those graphic novel movies going forward. But yeah, it's still a work. I'm still a work in progress, as you can clearly see. I'm not there yet, but eventually I will be with a great manager beside me.
Definitely.
Hey.
Definitely. The one thing that really came back to bite us was there was a lot of superhero movies, combat movies, things like that on the wheel. That's ones that we have to focus a lot on because that's one of our weaknesses for right now. But we're slowly building this up. Don't look at this score and think that she doesn't deserve to be here, man. She earned her way in here, and we will get her these wins.
And it's rough when somebody gets their strength on the wheel, and I get one of those 50-50 categories for mine. So
Yeah.
Hey, fair enough. Heroes pick going to the opponent always sucks. The only thing worse than that is when you get villains. So
Yep.
I can completely understand that. But y'all had a great showing today, Andrea. Like I said, it's just one of those days. Don't feel bad. We will see you at least one more time this year. Won't be for a while, but we'll see you when we see you. Okay.
I'm still
Good
so
job.
proud of her. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
gets me time to study more. So
Absolutely.
there's that.
All right. So now we will speak with the winner today, Adelaide. Adelaide, you told me before this. You told me before this in confidence. You wanted the one win. Not only did you get the one in, you got a one in with the TKO. How does that feel?
I don't care about the TKO. I'm happy. Like I got one winning geek. That is such like a what's the word? Like it just proves to me that I can actually function and like everything I want to. Because I do a lot of geek films aren't great, and I tend to only watch good. I tend to try to only watch good movies, and Geek seems like a big like Achilles heel to that. So me getting a win at all is always like I'm always shocked.
No, yeah, but I mean, like you said, you did pretty good in round one for your first match. 6 points is nothing to sneeze at, and then you got Hero's pick. You took your strength. You only missed that one question. You only missed the one.
And I stand by like not a you thing, Whoever fucking wrote that movie, like Lloyd and Miller and whoever stole the script from them, insane. Why is there a fucking Navy when there's no one? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna be mad about that. Like, at the end of the day, a win's a win. But that's just such a weird writing idea for them of just like,
Yeah.
is it
Well,
water in
a toll is a
space?
toll,
Ships belong in
and
Yeah.
a roll is a roll.
And yeah.
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 Alex, you must be feeling really good.
I am feeling really good. Adelaide this whole week was like, got that match coming up. Got this match coming up. We didn't have a whole lot of time. And it's completely irrelevant because what's in their head is already there. We got our strength of Star Wars. We had a lead in round 1. I agree. It's tough to get Star Trek. It's a bad category for me too. I'll admit it. I'm right here.
We all hate Star
true
Trek.
facts.
Yay!
Yeah.
And it's hard when your opponent gets their strength and nearly runs it. You're up against the fence. You have to make some tough decisions. I wouldn't want to make that decision as a manager or as a player. I don't blame Andrea, nor do I blame Hunter. I think they both did their best. But fact of the matter is,
keep blaming Hunter. That's going to be my fun thing now. I'm gonna keep
that's
blaming Hunter.
certainly on you. I refuse to make that call. But yeah, Adelaide killed it. We're going on to the next. They're going to go on to the next. It might be a while for them, but we'll be here.
Yeah, speaking of one win, speaking of
boy.
feeling like you belong,
I don't like
speaking
this.
of,
Gonna
Let's
like
move
lift
on.
me up and
So-
smack me back down.
so you will be playing the winner of 2 more debuting competitors.
Oh boy.
Please no.
The winner of Brittany Tapley and
Fuck.
Tyler Birch.
You fucker.
So,
You motherfucker. I
Is
will
there
rain
someone you would
hellfire
rather
upon
see?
you.
You could have had Joe Farrelly, because I know how you feel about
I
that
will
too.
rain hellfire upon you. I wanted to call out like fucking Colton or Robert Antonio, like shit. I know how to play against Brittany. I know what I would need to do to beat her. Tyler's someone who I want to talk to because I don't know what he is. Like I don't know how good of a player he is. So I'm terrified.
Yeah.
I got my 1 win, and that's all that matters. I got my 1 win. I am validated, and I can just live happy knowing.
But whoever's on the way, I can say this: you better be ready for more aggressive shit talk and turtlenecks. Aggressive
yeah.
shit talk and turtlenecks. Brittany, we've met. Hopefully, we see you down the line. Tyler,
Who are you?
I hope you like turtlenecks. I really do. At me, do you like turtlenecks?
You're named after like the 4th best tree. Okay, what even are you? Not even oak. Come on.
Yeah.
Best Pokemon professor though.
Okay, now we're just splitting hairs.
All right. Well, congratulations to you both. Like I said, once we have that match done, we'll see y'all at that next match. And congratulations once again. All right. Well, that does it for us here at Full Metal Geek. Do all the nice things you're supposed to do to us. Like, subscribe, comment, all the little positive things. Hell, even give us a thumbs down. At least you're interacting with the video. So for everybody here, for Hunter, for Andrea, for Alex, for our winner today, Adelaide, I've been your host, the Red Ranger. We will see you guys next time here at Full Metal Geek.